All right, questions for Tobe and Yvonne?
Obviously, you guys had I think a 64-57 lead with about 3 minutes left, and it kind of got away from you guys. I know you ended up tying it up, but what do you think those last 2 or 3 minutes, kind of what went wrong to let Texas Tech get back into it?
Just got to do better. Just honestly rebounding is the main thing, not letting them get extra chance points. Probably just better contesting their shooters as well, not overplaying. But all stuff that we know, how to do. We just got to execute better.
For either of you, how do you feel that their defense was in terms of preventing you guys from getting as much into the paint?
They definitely packed it in. They knew their scout. They knew some of our tendencies as well. So, I think we could have done a better job of adjusting. But kudos to them. They have a great head coach. They have a great team, and everybody talks about them being undersized, but they're super tough. They're super tough. They're one of the toughest teams we've played. This whole season, just in terms of physicality and how aggressive they are.
So is it kind of different? I mean, you've seen teams go after you physically because of the dominance you have. Is it different the way they attacked it than you've been?
No. They just hit hard. They box out hard. They do everything that they do with intent. Especially on on our drives, they're bumping us. They're being physical, not letting anything get through easy. But again, it's just kudos to them. They have a great coach that instills in them toughness and a tenacity to do it every play. So yeah.
How do you guys feel just in general a little bit of adversity hitting? The loss the other day in Kansas, and then Dwayne out, Koa gets hurt today. What's the does it feel different? How are you guys feeling about the way things are
going? So about Dwayne and Cole out, I guess it's just the next man up mentality. Of course, we wanted to have them out on the floor, but something happened. So shout out to CD. He gave us a couple minutes. That was big. Give us our bigs a little breather. But yeah, 2 losses in a row, tough losses. We are going to watch film. We're gonna get our mistakes a little bit better. And yeah, it's next game. Next game. Next game is already on in a couple days, so we gotta focus on that. And yeah, sure, happened. Learn out of those mistakes, but don't live in the past. Live in the present.
As the veteran leader on this team, this is the first home loss for a young group. How do you just kind of steady the boat, steady the ship, and kind of help snap the skid with BYU coming to town in a couple days?
I think it's just a matter of perspective. I think I've kind of said this before, but March is still March. You know what I mean? So if we do what we do, if we do what we're supposed to do during that stretch, all this is forgotten. That's not to say that this doesn't sting and home losses don't sting. We know what the fans mean to us, and just the way that they were able to pack out the stadium today and show their support and how they've been showing support throughout the whole season. It's tough. I'm not really worried about my own feelings, but theirs. The effort, the energy that they put into supporting us and making sure that we feel. Like we have an army behind us. So, it's really for the fans. Where that stings, where my heart goes out. But in terms of, the young guys, again, just keeping their perspective, just knowing that, okay, we've lost 2 games. It's on to the next, and just, just try not to let it snowball. And obviously, we have some adversity with guys not being at, 100%. But, that's what, this, college basketball, the season is like. It's a long season, and you're never too high for too long before you get kind of punched in the mouth, and there's a reality check, and you have to galvanize and build back up again. So, I think it's something that we were expecting. That we were that we knew that was going to happen, and now we just have to power through it.
Toppin's obviously a very good player, but just what makes him so difficult to stretch there down at the end of the game in the overtime?
I think it was his second chance points again. He has a really quick second jump. He has great, just sort of body placement, in terms of the ball and tracking it down, and he seems to always be in the right place at the right time. So again, it's just a kudos to him and the type of player that he is. Yeah.
Have you played Christian Andersen in Germany on those teams at all? And if so, I was just curious if you had any knowledge of him and what you thought of him.
Yeah, we played 3 years in a row together for the national team. We played under 16 in Sofia, under 18 in Belgrade, not Belgrade, in Niš, under 18, and won the European Championship with him in Finland. Yeah.
Anything he did out there tonight, in his game you're seeing differently or surprising, anything like that? Or?
I mean, I saw him grow the last 3 years. So, I mean, yeah, we didn't see each other for a year now or something. I felt like he grew a little bit, but his game style was the same.
Anything else for the guys? All set? All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.